This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses. Live tweet your reaction using hashtag Dave Ryan Roses.
Here we go with our first guy War of the Roses caller. I got an email from Rodney, and Rodney is worried that his much younger girlfriend is cheating. Now, Rodney's...
How much younger?
Well, I'm going to let Rodney tell you.
Okay.
Rodney, you're 34. How old is she?
She is 21.
Okay, well, at least you don't have to buy her alcohol. I guess that's good.
Yeah, that's true. This is the way you know that a girl is too young for you. If you buy her a big present in a big box and she ignores the present, but she makes a little fort out of the box. That's how you know.
Oh, my God.
That's how you know. Has she ever made a fort out of the box that you bought her?
Not that I know of.
Okay, good. All right.
Oh, my God.
So what's going on? You tell the story. Why do you think this girl is cheating on you?
I think it's a possibility. So I have a friend, and so she goes out every weekend with her friends, and they go to the exchange or different places, and they just they dress up and they go out and they have a good time. And sometimes when I call her to check up on her, and she doesn't respond back to me for maybe a day. And she'll tell me things like, "Oh, my phone died," and it's like, "Yeah, but you went out with all your friends, and it's possible for 5 or 6 girls not to have a charger. All your phones died. You can't check up and check in with me, and how you're doing." And I have a friend, Brandon. He's always like, "She's cheating on you. Of course, she's cheating on you." They go out to those places, and girls her age, and they hook up with guys in their cars and parking lots and all these different places, and it's what they're doing. And I don't want to believe him, but I mean, I guess it's a possibility, and I not that I don't trust her. It's just I kind of like just to know for sure.
Okay, I got it. So you got a friend that tells you, gives it to you straight. So Brandon tells you she's way too young for you. Of course, she's going out and making random hookups with guys in the parking lot in their cars when she says that she's out with her girls. And here's another thing. I mean, would a 21-year-old girl want her 34-year-old boyfriend going along with on girls' night at the exchange or wherever they're going downtown?
At no age do you want the guy coming to crash girls' night out. But if she's doing it every weekend, I can see where that would be a little frustrating.
Well, let me ask you this one. I mean, if you're a couple, don't you take her out on some weekends?
I take her out on dates, yeah. Not every weekend. She likes to go out on specific days, but
she's 21. She wants to go party still.
What do you do?
Starting to party.
All right, Grandpa. Let me ask you a question. What do you do when you take her out? I mean, what do you guys do? Does she do things that she would like to do, or is she doing things like going to the early buffet and then catching a bingo game?
Nothing that extravagant.
Okay. But I mean, I'm kidding you. But you guys go out and you have fun.
What, like dinner and a movie or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I take her out to eat and take her nice places, and I do pretty well for myself. So I treat her very well.
Okay.
So that's what she does. Friday night she gets a nice classy dinner, and Saturday night she gets a nice.
A nice piece? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm just kidding with you. I hope she's not cheating on you. I'm just being a jerk.
But Brandon, what else does Brandon say about this girl? Because Brandon sounds like my friend Brentley that's like, you know what? That whatever, he just tells it to me straight. Is there any other insights that Brandon has about this girl?
Well, I mean, he thinks I'm way too old for her.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, that's kind of that is a little bit,
Do you have anything in common with a 21-year-old?
Yeah, we talk about things, and she, we have conversations, about politics and science and stuff, and she's very interesting. She's very mature for her age. It's not
and I can see that. I mean, there's some 21-year-olds that are way mature, that are super smart, that are getting a great education, and they maybe don't want to date a guy who's 21 or 23 because that guy's maybe not where her head is or where her life is, got the same goals or whatever. All right, but I'm sorry, you're going to say something?
No, I just said yes. Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. Well, let's get to the bottom of this. We're going to call. We can't offer to send roses necessarily. We could, but it usually works better if we call and say, hey, you've won a dinner at a nice restaurant, and we're going to make a reservation for you, and who do you want to take along with? Is that your ploy? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Rodney, hang on. Do you prefer Rodney or Rod?
Rodney's fine.
Okay.
Rod, whatever you're talking about.
All right. You say there, Rodney. We'll be right back, and we'll make that phone call, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Back to the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses. Tell us what you think using the hashtag Dave Ryan Roses.
101.3 KDWB.
Part 2, War of the Roses, our first guy of the season. I mean, the season's only a couple of weeks old on War of the Roses, but we're talking to Rodney. And Rodney, give us the recap on why you think you're 14, let's see, no, she's 13 years younger than you. You're 34, she's 21. Why do you think that she might be hooking up with somebody else or other guys?
Every weekend she goes out with friends, and they don't check in, and the phone dies when I check up on her, and she goes to certain places where young people like to go, and it's going to be free. So it's a possibility.
So what are you doing? Let's say it's Saturday night, and she's out at the Exchange, or she's downtown going to Fogo de Chao with the girls. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, but let's say she's out with the girls. What are you doing on the Saturday night? Are you home watching Netflix? Are you out with a friend? I just think it's weird that she
Be honest. You've driven past one of these clubs before, haven't you? Be honest.
I've been in areas.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but you can't really drive past the Exchange because you park down the street.
I know.
So, all right. But your friend Brandon, who's more of a realist, says this is what scared him. Brandon says she's hooking up with other guys because people will do that in the parking garage after they meet guys downtown.
That's what he said, yes.
Do girls really do that? I mean, I'm sure they do.
I'm not 21, but probably. You got to find a location.
I tell you,
sometimes you're drunk and you want to do it right then and there. I don't know.
They used to have spring training. They said they have spring training baseball in Phoenix. And Julie, when Julie and I were dating, she went to the bars where the spring training baseball players would go. Mm-hmm. And Julie admitted to me that she met a ball player and she hooked up with the ball player in either his car or her car outside of the bar the night they met. And looking back, I don't know why she even told me that, whether it was to make me jealous or hurt my feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does happen. I mean, we've all known somebody who's hooked up in a car. Heck, we've probably all hooked up in a car ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Confirmed.
All right. Not trying to worry or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. No, just making him feel a lot better about things.
You hang on. We're going to call her right now. You ready?
Yep.
What we'll do is thank you so much for taking the time and participating in our survey today, Jenna. We want to get you reservations at a very nice restaurant in the Minneapolis area. You've probably heard of. What we'll do is we'll have a table reserved for you and a guest, and we leave name place cards on the table. So we'll have one for you, which we already have your name. If we can get the name of your guest you'd like to have dinner with.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's put Dante.
Perfect.
So, can I pick the day and everything?
Yeah, sure. When would you like to do that? Friday or Saturday?
Let's do it on Friday. Yeah, let's do it Friday.
Let me ask you a question. Is that because you're with your boyfriend Rodney the other night of the weekend, or what?
Who's this? What?
Great question.
It's a very good question. Well, it's a lot of people.
Who
it's
is
not.
this?
I'm about to explain.
Party.
It's not just one person. It's several people. My name's Dave Ryan. I work at KDWB in the morning show.
I'm Fallon.
What?
That's Fallon.
Not Jackie.
She's not from the cable company. And also here are at least 7 or 8 people that are listening to you as you're here on the radio. But more importantly, Rodney.
Wait, excuse me? I'm on the radio?
Hi,
yeah,
dear.
And so is Rodney, because Rodney's the one who put us up to calling you to see whether you would want to go to dinner with him or somebody else.
Well, she chose someone else.
Yeah, that's Rodney. He heard the whole thing.
Rodney?
Yeah.
Rod.
Hey, how's it going?
Rod.
You're doing okay? Yeah. Dante, huh? Yeah.
Why did you do this?
Why did I do
It's not. Why? I mean, this is crazy. Can we just have a conversation like real people? What are you doing?
Well, we'd have a real conversation. You don't pick up your phone. But no, you want to go hang out with Dante and do God knows what with God knows who else.
Oh, my God. Okay. You know what? You're a piece of work. You're a piece of work. What?
I'm a piece of work? I'm a piece of work?
Yeah, because maybe if you paid attention to me, I wouldn't be making a reservation for Dante. Maybe if there was any other time of the week that you actually knew I was alive, aside from when I'm out, and if you weren't just hanging out with your stupid friends all the time, playing video games and drinking beer.
How dare I'm hanging out with my friends all the time. You go hang out with your slut brigade every week.
Whoa, the slut brigade.
Oh, really? Let me tell you something about my slut brigade, okay? No.
Now, I want to ask you, he was worried, I'll be honest with you, he called us because he's worried that when you go out with your girls, that you're hooking up with like other guys and that type of thing. Is Dante...
He's right, because like suspicious people are suspicious, especially guilty people are suspicious. But you know what? Like, I'm not even going to deny it. Like, he should be, just because, you know what? Like, it just might as well be said. Like, you're not taking care of the relationship, so things happen. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm the only one working on this relationship. This is just great. This is great. You're having sex with me on Friday, then you're Dante in his car on Saturday.
It wasn't in his car.
Oh, well, where was it?
She cleared that
She's like,
up.
it's not in his car. Where was it? I'm thinking probably leaning up against a wall somewhere.
Maybe the bathroom stall.
Bathroom stall could be a good one. Okay, so we're going to look at some text messages here on War of the Roses, and you can tweet about this one too. Use the hashtag Dave Ryan Roses. A couple of things here. Ha, 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 ha.
Okay.
That's what you get, old boy. She's 21, dude. You're 34. You're going to learn today, boy.
Jeez, a lot of boys tossed in.
Shocked not. Rodney sounds like he might be a bit controlling.
So Tiffany said on Twitter, she says, it's called real life, honey. The weekend is when people go out, not weeknights. You're busted. Own it. Pull up your big girl panties. Hashtag Dave Ryan Roses.
Thanks for the hashtag.
A couple of more text messages at KDWB1. The saloon has a hotel above it. It's closed now, but it used to rent rooms by the hour.
Hey, you never know.
I'm not sure how that applies here, but maybe that's, I don't know. Another one says, sounds like this guy's very insecure to begin with. You're going to date somebody that young. You got to let him be that young. It'd be different if she was in her 40s and if she was in her 30s and he was in his 40s. A couple of more. OMG, no. This girl needs to get out of this. He's overly sensitive and insecure. Remind him you're only young once. He doesn't need to tend to his needs she doesn't need to tend to his needs on girls' night. Here's one.
Not.
Hey, I'm 28. My boyfriend is 41. Even though there's 13 years between us, it's the best relationship I've ever been in. We're even expecting our first child together in March.
Good.
Cute.
Somebody says, this guy's a stalker, using words like checking up on her, control freak.
It's a little questionable.
Another one. Give me his number. Somebody wants his number. All right. Hey, thanks for all the comments on War of the Roses. If you want to do a War of the Roses, even if it's like different, if they like, maybe it's a long distance relationship, War of the Roses. We haven't done one of those in a long time.
No, we haven't.
If you want to do one, then send us an email to ryanshow@kdwb.com.